everyone, it's Hannah, Associate Editor at Real Simple. It's been a minute since I put on a full face of makeup, but with everyone working from home, we're all starting to use more video conferencing to communicate. So if you do need to look presentable, I'm here to show you some beauty tips and tricks so you can look alive and put together and not scare away your coworkers. Let's get started. I just finished my skincare routine and I'm starting off with a completely bare face. It's all about the eyes when it comes to looking awake, so I'm kicking it off with the Lancome Genifique Eye Light Pearl Serum to help brighten and reduce the look of dark circles. I'm using the cooling massaging applicator to apply to my under eyes, and then going in with my fingers to blend everything in. I'm a really big fan of rolling in the morning, so my rolling routine has several steps. First, I'm using the Nurse Jamie New Vibe RX Amethyst massaging tool and gliding it around my eyes. This tool uses sonic vibration technology to help soak in the eye cream. Next, I'm going in with these crazy looking ice globes from Aceology to help reduce puffiness around my under eyes. Tip: pop these in the freezer overnight. It feels amazing when it's cold and helps perk you up in the morning. My last step is a rose quartz roller. My favorite is this one from Beauty Bio because it doesn't do that annoying squeaking like a lot of rollers do when you roll it across your face. Roll this in upward motions to give yourself a quick lymphatic drainage massage. Now I'm going in with a primer to prep for my foundation. I'm using the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer, which is my absolute favorite to smooth over any uneven skin tone. Then I'm applying a redness correcting CC cream from Arborian. This is one of my favorite beauty products of all time, and I highly recommend if you haven't tried it yet. The formula goes on green, but adjusts to your skin tone once you rub it in. I'm adding a pea-sized amount to each cheek, and as you can see, it blends perfectly when you work it into your skin. I'm only applying this to problem areas and not my overall face. If you do want a bit more coverage, you can build another layer on top of it, but make sure to use a light hand to avoid looking cakey. Next, I'm using my holy grail product from YSL, the Touche Éclat Radiance Awakening Foundation in the shade Warm Beige. I love this because it's not matte, but it's not overly dewy either. It just gives you a super radiant finish that doesn't look or feel heavy on your face. I'm using my fingers to blend everything in. Make sure to get into your neck too, because the last thing you want is to have an obvious demarcation line over camera. Next step, concealer, which is a must-have for tired mornings. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer to cover my under eye bags and circles. Use your ring finger to tap in the formula. Your ring finger has the lightest touch and won't drag at the delicate skin around your eyes. Now, if you need more backup, my all-time favorite concealer is a NARS Creamy Concealer. I'm using the shade Custard to apply this in the areas where I want a bit more coverage. Don't go too crazy with the concealer because if it gets cakey, it can make you look even more tired. Use your fingers to dab, not rub, in order to get the most out of your product. Here, I'm just adding a bit of eye primer and letting that soak in while I move on to the brows. Your brows frame your face structure, so having good brows is very important to looking put together. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown to fill in any sparse areas and just make everything look more even. Use a very light hand when you apply this to prevent your brows from looking drawn on. Using the spoolie end, I'm combing up the hairs to make them look more natural. Let's move back to eyes. We're not looking for anything too smoky or intense here. I've recently been loving the Laura Mercier Caviar eyeshadow sticks. They're super pigmented and creamy and don't crease throughout the day. I'm using the shade Nude Rose across my lids and using my fingers to blend in the color. Next, I'm going in with a matte brown shadow in my crease just to give my eyes some more dimension, and taking a blending blush to really meld the two colors together. Now it's time for eyeliner. I'm using the Tarteist Double Take Eyeliner from Tarte in black, which is my all-time favorite pen, to draw a thin line over my lash line. When you draw your line, pull the skin taut, but don't tug. This can cause wrinkles and fine lines, which you definitely don't want. After that, I'm going to curl the lashes before I apply mascara. My lashes are naturally stick straight, so I never skip this step. First, I'll be using the Marc Jacobs Lash Primer to prime my lashes. This comes out white on the lashes and helps your mascara go on smoother without looking spidery. Then I'll be applying the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara to help curl and volumize my lashes. Make sure you're coating every part of your eyelashes as you pull through and move slowly to avoid clumping. Next up, highlight. I'm using the Cloven Hollow Hydro Glow Drops in Galaxy, which is this gorgeous iridescent peach color in my inner corners to look more awake. Here's a tip. Apply this above your cheekbones to give yourself an instant highlighted facelift. On camera, this will look like the sun is hitting your face in all the right places. In order to really bring out my cheekbones, I'm going in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer along my cheekbones, jawline, and temples to contour. If you're not sure where to apply bronzer, think of it like the number 3 from the top to the bottom of your face on both sides, starting with your forehead. And of course, we can't forget about blush, which really is the best thing to bring some life to your face. I'm a huge fan of cream blushes over powder blushes because they look more natural without making me look anime-like. I'm using the Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. A little really goes a long way with this, so use the tiniest amount on your cheeks and use your fingers to tap in the pigment. Last but not least, lips. Lip gloss can look too gloopy and shiny over camera, so I'll be using my favorite tinted lip balm from NARS in the shade Orgasm to moisturize my lips and give it just a hint of color. And now we're done! Here's the final look. It's natural and looks great over camera without looking too heavy or overdone. Hope everyone stays healthy, good luck, and thanks for watching!